Do you know what happens in Sicily in this period in summer? It's the period of eggplants. Wherever you go, you see eggplants around you. So today I bring up a personal version of eggplant. It's similar to Parmigiana, a reinterpretation, stuffed breaded eggplants. With what? In a nutshell, I'm bringing my land on the table in this really simple version. So let's start with the ingredients. We have eggplant, then cherry tomatoes, tomato sauce, and one beautiful mozzarella and fresh basil. Have you seen the Italy in one dish? Most famous ingredients of my land. Then I will show you also the ingredients for the braiding. We start with the preparation. So we take our eggplant and we slice it. Important to get same cutting thickness of these discs. Also, like I was cutting, but I couldn't sharp the knife, and I took the serrated knife to be more precise. So after that we move to cherry tomatoes and simply in thin pieces. Why? Because when we fill our discs, we shouldn't fill too much, otherwise it will be difficult to close it. And then the mozzarella. I suggest if you drain the day before, it is even better. Okay? So we slice it, and then I take a blotting paper just to absorb the extra liquid. So you put it on and press a bit, and you see all the liquid is absorbed. So now that these elements are ready, we move to braiding. We take 3 bowls, recipients based on what you have. In one we put breadcrumbs. In the other we open 3 eggs. So this is like the quantity, but then I will leave everything in the description. My personal touch is a bit of Parmesan and heat them just to get this cream. On the last bowl, the flour. So we are ready. Now we can move to the next step. So we take a pan, we warm it, and we add the salt. Why now? Because in this case we avoid eggplants stick during the cook. So, and we'll leave a couple of minutes, the time they are toasted per side. We have to toast our eggplant discs. Why? Because if you try to close them when they are raw, will be very difficult to seal the edges because they are tough. So we need to make them softer, let's say elastic, for filling all the ingredients and especially to close the edges. We remove it and we let them cold deep. Now we move to the most exciting part, the assembly line. Very, very funny. So imagine if you are with friends, so it's very enjoyable time where like you can cook together this beautiful recipe. So we are ready, and we start. Only in this part of the assembly we use the flour. Okay, so we take first of all the disc, and the first layer tomato sauce, mozzarella, cherry tomato, and 1 leaf of basil. We close it, and we put into the flour. So we start pressing the edges, and then before putting into the eggs, we ensure to remove the excess part, otherwise we can create lumps. We have to do for like every step, we have to clean it for the same principle. So we remove the excess flour and we put into the eggs. So important here, like press the edges to seal completely. Again, we remove the excess part and we put into the breadcrumbs. Again, same principle, we remove the excess part and we put it there. Now we have to put in the fridge for half an hour. Why? In order to let all these elements to seal completely, we have to repeat this step at least one more time. So now we take from the fridge and we repeat again the same process without the flour. So again, now you see that everything is well sealed. And this is very nice because it's important to close it properly, because when you cook it and it is open, then you can imagine what will happen during the frying. Okay, so now into the egg, again we remove the excess part into the breadcrumbs. Again we remove the excess part, and also guys, important, like in this part, ensure to pass the edges of the disc to the egg and to the breadcrumbs. Again into the fridge for half an hour. Now we are ready for the frying. So we take a long pan and we fill with seed oil. I suggest this kind, not use olive oil, because there will be stronger taste during the frying, as you know, is more fat. So use this kind of oil, or like any kind of also like the corn oil if you have, doesn't matter, up to you. So when it's hot enough, you have the kitchen thermometer should be 180 degrees, and then we put our disc of eggplant. Couple of minutes, it's ready when our disc is golden. Okay, and then we remove it. Before putting the other discs, Just wait a couple of seconds in order the temperature will re-increase, okay? Take the blotting paper and absorb all the excess oil, and then we put in our board, look, our amazing, spectacular discs, just a bit of salt, they are ready. So, of course, I couldn't miss the plating part, and I took the plate, and here you can play different games, really up to you. In this case I decided to put a bit of yogurt just to give a bit of freshness, but hints, if you want, you can combine and mix the yogurt with the basil to get this more aromatic cream. Also, if you want as base tomato sauce, really you can come up with different ideas. We lay our disc, a leaf of basil, and I ground black pepper just to give color, and I love black pepper, I put everywhere. And guys, really Sicily, Italy in a nutshell. It's a nice idea. If you are organizing, you are planning aperitif with your friends, I suggest to prepare them the day before, so the day after you just fry them, and it's very delicious, simple, few ingredients, and the result is very delicious, guys. I hope you like this creative and different idea of cooking eggplants, and remember, even in summer we must fry. Guys, I will leave here the link for the subscription. Thanks for your time and see you next week. Ciao a tutti.